Hi, my name is McCall Cannon, and my new student dialogue was titled Welcome to Southern Culture, a Dialogue on Regional Stereotypes. I would first like to start off by saying that I really enjoy my new student dialogue. I really didn't think I would. I thought it would probably be the most boring 2 hours of my whole entire life, but it was actually very interesting, and I'm very glad that I had to do this for CU 1000. So first off, I would say that my group is actually very diverse. We had some people who were talkers, very outgoing, spoke the whole entire time. And then we also had some people who were kind of shy, didn't like to say their opinions, didn't really feel comfortable in their surroundings. But I would say that our active people, the ones who talk the most, really did bring our shy people out of their shell, help them express their opinions, and I think everyone in the group actually said something during our dialogue, which was definitely an accomplishment. Unfortunately, I would have to say that we didn't achieve true dialogue, because for true dialogue, you really have to be in a group that you trust and that you feel comfortable expressing your opinions, knowing that you're not going to get judged, knowing that they see it from your point of view. And I think that you really have to know the people and really feel comfortable with them for this to really happen. And of course, we had just met these people when we got in there. We were only together for 2 hours. So there was really no way to truly feel comfortable with each other, to feel like you could express your deepest, darkest secrets. Because for the outgoing people, the talkative people, that was me. I'm fine with expressing my opinion. I'll tell you how it is. But for the shy people, I don't think they felt completely comfortable expressing what they felt and expressing their point of view. However, I would say that doing this and learning about true dialogue is a very important part of CU 1000 and of our college career in general, because it really teaches us to communicate. It shows us how to communicate better, because I think a problem in our society today is that we communicate through emails and text messages, and there's never really face-to-face time or really talking to someone on the phone anymore. People normally don't do that, and so it's very hard when you're actually face-to-face with someone to carry on a conversation and to really get your point across correctly. So I think that learning how to really have a dialogue with someone else and learning how to see things from their point of view and how to properly express your point of view really helps us in college, and is really going to help us in our future and in our jobs in the future also, because that's also a very important job skill to have. I would also like to say that I totally enjoyed my blog and going to this new student dialogue. I thought the topic was very, very interesting. I'm from South Carolina, and I've only ever lived in South Carolina, and I really don't know anyone who hasn't lived in South Carolina. So it was very interesting to see other people's opinions about South Carolinians and how our opinions about the North were right or wrong, and to really see that even though we have differences, and the Southerners might call shopping carts buggies, and the Northerners might call shopping carts carts, that even though we have differences, we're still the same. We can still communicate with each other, we can still get along fine, and we can still work together. I especially thought this was a very interesting topic because I did random roommate this year, and I got a roommate from Connecticut. So I knew that it was going to be something totally different. She was from so far north. I haven't really ever met anyone from that far north. So I knew that it was going to be something totally that I had never experienced before. But I was really excited about it, and I'm very glad I did, because now I see how different we are, but how similar we are. We're such good friends. We get along so well, but we do have very different opinions. And it really shows you that even though you have very different opinions, you can still work together, you can still get along, you can still even live in the same dorm together. And it's so interesting. It's like a new adventure every day, learning about something that she thinks is this way and I think it's this way, or finding out that we actually think it's the same thing. So it's really interesting, and it really ties into my new student dialogue, and I was really surprised that my new student dialogue would actually apply to my everyday life. So that turned out really well, and I'm really glad that I did it. I also think that it really opened my eyes. It really showed me how different we are, but again, how similar we are. Because like I said, I live in South Carolina. I've only ever really talked to people who live in South Carolina. I'm very sheltered, so it's totally different to see someone from out of state. My whole entire floor on my dorm is pretty much from out of state, and it's so much fun to see how our opinions differ, and to really open my eyes to some topics that I might have been totally against, and then hear their side of the story and realize that both are valid points, and that maybe I actually side with them, and that I just never knew the other side of the story. So I'm very glad that I did this. I'm so glad that this was a topic for our new student dialogue, and I'm just glad that it turned out so well. So thank you, and go Tigers!